Good afternoon. Hi, I'm MJ Nodilo with Pathlight Investors. Back to you with our weekly market update. Before I begin, Pathlight Investors is an SEC registered investment advisor with its primary place of business in Arizona. And the views and opinions expressed today are not intended to be specific investment recommendations, so please keep that in mind. The world has been very interesting of late, and it's had substantial effect on equity markets around the world. I know it's been very concerning to numerous clients and investors out there that the volatility has become very unsettling. We've had substantially large days and weeks in terms of declines, only to be followed by large upswings like we're seeing today. In fact, a great example of sort of the bipolar behavior of markets is seen today. Last night, banks were downgraded on concerns of solvency and liquidity, but yet we wake up today and due to a coordinated effort to inject liquidity by central bankers around the world, as well as a rate cut in China, markets respond with one of the largest single-day gains of the year. This type of behavior is very challenging to investors, and it really requires one to step back and say, okay, let's take emotion out of this, and are we really solving the issues that need to be addressed? And we think the answer is not really. While liquidity is certainly a concern, and injecting liquidity backstops banks and protects against failures like Lehman Brothers, the real heart of the issue is over-indebtedness in countries around the world. And that is not being adequately addressed, which is why we are thinking about de-risking portfolios to a certain extent, and think that clients as well as investors out there need to really consider against protecting against severe negative outcomes. We don't know when something negative could really occur, but we do suspect, because of the lack of really addressing the issues, as I mentioned, that these problems will persist. With an election year coming up and U.S. politicians unable to come together and European central banks challenged to find unity, we think volatility is here to stay. Thanks a lot for listening and tuning in.